What is going on, guys? It's your boy Dyllan and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today I'm going to be talking about faction rallies and how I want them to be improved, because quite frankly at the moment they are boring, dull, and just I don't think they're done very well. I'm never excited for a faction rally to come to the game, but when they do arrive, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to sort of grind certain parts of the game just so you can maximize the amount of tokens you get. Because as it only lasts a week, if you don't currently know that, faction rallies only last a week. They happen maybe about once a month. So when they do arrive, there's a lot of pressure on players to sort of get as many tokens as they can, get the weapons, get the armor pieces that they need. And yeah, it's just not a nice experience. I just don't enjoy the way factions are done at the moment. So currently, I think you are still limited to 30 packages a week, or an event for the faction that you pledge to. So for example, the faction rally starts, I go to Dead Orbit, I pledge to Dead Orbit, I can get 30 packages worth of tokens, which is about 600 tokens for 30 packages, and then that's it. Every package that I open after that will just reward me with shaders, which is fine, that's okay, I'm not too bothered about that. But the thing I am bothered about is the way you get tokens in this game. There's a lot of issues with it at the moment. I'm okay with farming the Lost Sector. Okay, it's okay, it's not fun, it can get very boring and tedious, just running in, killing a boss, opening a chest, dying, rinsing and repeating. It gets really boring really quickly, and I feel like it does need to be addressed, because it's kind of getting to the stage now where faction rallies are just an absolute bore. I never really enjoy them. It's a very boring event. So what I would consider doing is buffing other parts, like buffing activities that people actually want to play. Like, I don't want to be sat there for 2 hours grinding one Lost Sector. I want to go play PvP, I want to do some strikes, I want to do a nightfall, I want to do a raid. Reward me tokens, or should I say more tokens, for actually doing activities within the game and not just grinding a pointless Lost Sector for 3 hours. You know where I'm going with this? Like, it's just, I think at the moment for a PvP game you get 5 tokens, 5 faction tokens at the end of a PvP match, right? It's not too bad, it's not too great either, considering, say if a PvP game on average lasts about 8 minutes, right? You can do in about 8 minutes, you can probably get, maybe 60 tokens if you're doing the Lost Sector farm. So 60 tokens versus 5 tokens. Honestly, which one are you going to do? You're going to do the Lost Sector. So I want to be rewarded more tokens for actually playing aspects of the game, like PvP, strikes. I think for a strike you get 8 tokens, I think. I'm not too sure on that though, so don't quote me on that. But either way, they need to be buffed. I think Bungie needs to come up with a calculation or a method of where they can work it out as to how many times you would be able to farm the Lost Sector, and then just give me the same amount for doing a PvP game or a strike. So for example, for a PvP game, give me like 30 tokens or something. I need more tokens to make up for the Lost Sector farm. It's just not a fun grind as well. That's the whole thing about the factions. The grind for them is just not fun. It's boring. It's just tedious. All the weapons are boring. They're all the same. None of them really stand out. None of them are unique or really powerful and amazing weapons. They're all just average, below average weapons that we've already got. I'm not going to use any of the weapons that the factions are giving away over, say, a Uriel's Gift, or a Better Devils, or a Nameless Midnight. All of the weapons are just bad. The armor's just reskins of other armor. In all honesty, I'd like to see factions be on 24/7, like Destiny 1 was. So, and the thing, if factions were actually active 24/7, I would be completely and absolutely fine with receiving 5 tokens per game. But because it's only a monthly event that lasts a week, there's such a pressure there to sort of farm as many tokens as possible. Like, I've got to get 600 Dead Orbit tokens, 600 Future War Cult tokens, 600 New Monarchy tokens. Like, it's just too much. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy grinding games, but when the grind is fun. And grinding a Lost Sector for 3-4 hours on end is not fun. Believe me, once you've done it about 2 or 3 times, it's very tedious. Especially once I've done it in previous faction rallies. I've done it every other faction rally farm in Lost Sectors. So yeah, something needs to be addressed with this. I feel like I said, either factions need to be on 24/7 and you can reward the exact same amount of tokens as we're getting at this moment, or you need to make the other activities more rewarding, because right now the balance is not there. You're rewarded for literally doing nothing, compared to if you want to run a strike or a PvP game, you don't get hardly anything for it, for the effort that you go through. So I'd like to see the balance come back, or just put the factions in 24/7. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on the faction rally. I just wanted to get this off my chest, see what you guys think yourselves. As always, have a wonderful rest of your day. Catch you in the next one. Peace.